Alrighty. Hello, 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 everybody. My name is Googler. I will be your. Oh, I hear myself. Hold on, I need to turn off the other stream. Okay. Alright. I'm Googler. I will be your sole commentator for today, unfortunately, for the current match of tonight's Momo for any percent tournament match. Excuse me. Tonight's match will be between MatosMachine and TheMomoAri. Both pretty close to each other in PB time. MomoAri does have like a minute and 12 seconds over Matos, but I wouldn't put that behind me or anything. These two are pretty competitive. Matos specifically does a lot of labbing, so there's some pretty good potential, I'd say, for them to have done just general practice beforehand that they might pull out. So it's very likely we might see a PB today. Maybe not. I don't know. But should be a pretty good match today. Let me see with the racers here what's up. We can get this race started. Oh, okay. All right. A little bit of a desync, I think. I think they might have. We're a little late, but let me switch audio real quick since a little bit of a lead here. But right away, to start off, just by telling what the game we're playing here is. This is Momodora, Reverie Under the Moonlight. It is a Metroidvania released in 2016. Very short one, very small. Takes probably about 4 or 5 hours to play through. Story, basically, you are on your way to this place called Car City. You're going to meet with the queen there because apparently there's been a whole bunch of just evil, just like demons and stuff, just invading your homeland. You got to check it out. You got to see what's going on because it's killing your people. And as we'll play through the game, you'll see, what's been happening over in Car City, which is where, surprise, surprise, that's where these demons have been coming from. Pretty basic story, but it gets it across. As for the actual gameplay, in the case of the speedrun at least, we will be avoiding most of these demons that I was just talking about. Mainly through lots of rolling. Rolling is faster than running. And on top of that, you can combine it with jumping, which you'll also see in some cases. I haven't been paying attention, so I can't tell if they've been roll jumping. They should be, though. But basically putting some verticality to your horizontal speed. And cancels in between. Just some pretty basic movement. Just getting through this level here. Speaking of getting through it, they're now at the boss of this area. This is Adea. Okay, sorry. In Adea's case, is a potentially quick fight thanks to a bug where you can hit a crit box on her that just multiplies the damage until it's just infinite, and you can get through it very quickly. But it's a bit precise, so in the case of MomoAri, they missed it. But it's not the easiest to hit. There's definitely some risk involved with taking your chances on it. In that case, though, Matos does take a little bit of the lead here. So let me switch the audio to them. And MomoAri getting through as well. Trying to catch up a little bit here. They're going too fast, really. Like, this is what I was just saying. Like, these two are very close to each other and also just have, like, pretty low times. So it's hard to keep up. But Matos moving on to the next boss fight of this area. This area is much shorter than Growth. We'll be coming back here later on, but this place keeps itself pretty brief overall. And MomoAri not too far behind as well. I'd say they definitely... Yeah, that Mocha fight definitely gave MomoAri some time to catch up a little bit. Which, if you don't know, Mocha is the fight that... first fight you see here. Second fight is Lubella, which is what Matos is fighting right now. And, jeez, okay. It's a bit fierce right now. On top of trying to explain these bosses, they're clearing them pretty cleanly and quickly. Seriously. Still got it killed though. Okay. Yeah. Basic, I guess, to put it in very short words, between Mocha and Lubella, and to some extent you can apply this to every boss fight. RNG, randomized attacks. Some attacks seriously cut your time save. You know, just completely destroys time save. So, you know, there's some variability with fights in this run that can make for some upsets in the race scenario. In the case of MomoAri, they got a dive, which basically is like the last thing you want in the Lubella side of the fight. We waste like 10 seconds or something. But in the case of Momo, they got it at the very end, so it was probably only like an extra 3 or 4 seconds. Moving on though. Current area, subterranean grave, very dangerous, though in the case here, there's a lot of water, or like in the case of Matos's rooms that they're in right now, they're underwater. It's hard to tell you're underwater because of low settings. It takes away any visual effect of water. Oh, they're both on low, okay. But, yeah. Well, this is more like a water level, but there's spikes all around the place, which is what makes this so dangerous, because spikes insta-kill upon contact. And while there isn't too much risks you need to take, some of the more quicker jumps you can take to get some decent time save do require you to, you know, risk hitting those spikes if you mess it up. But so far, they're getting through it cleanly. Matos is playing it a little bit safe. But in the case of everything that this level has, the cutscene at the beginning and the kind of sparse. I think that's the word. The sparse save point locations. There's reason to do it, especially in a race scenario. It's just better to not take those risks. And Matos is now moving on to the next fight of the area, which is Frida, or Frida. Not sure how to explain this fight. Definitely some RNG involved with this fight, a little bit. In the case of Matos, they are going full melee on them, which is generally the faster way to go about it. So, unfortunately, though, like in the case of Prida, like I said, RNG, they're teleporting away from the arena, so they just can't do damage to them. So, well, they did save some time. It was kind of negated by just the excessive teleporting out of the arena there, unfortunately. Still good execution from Matos, though, and Momo as well. They both went for melee there, so that was pretty good. And as of right now, though, they'll both be heading to a new area of the map through Subterranean Grave, using the key they found earlier entering this area. Is Whiteleaf Memorial Park, which is another brief spot of the game, like Car City, where they'll fight Lubella again. But I'm trying to remember what I was going to say, to be entirely honest with you. I can't remember. I'm going to take out a little bit of a hit there. Besides that, though, honestly, it seems like Momo kind of compromised there. They kind of missed the save bell, so it seems like they just moved on without it. All right. Yeah, Matos just getting through Lubella. It's basically the same as the first encounter. You're just whacking at her, just doing your combo over and over again, charging your arrows. But yeah, pretty clean execution there. No hits taken, no sort of delays at all, and pretty good as well for Momo. Yeah, okay, that was a good roll there. A little bit slower, but still pretty solid, honestly, for both of them. Especially if Lubella doesn't have anything to do with the delaying. So that's just even better. But thing about this, there's too much for me to talk about in this round. What the heck? Okay. Let me stay on track. After the Lubella 2 fight, and she dies and explodes into this like magical mist, I guess, and that knocks you out. That magical mist turns you into a cat, something. Just by that point, you wake up, you just break out of the cell because they didn't take the leaf off of you. And through that point, or after that point, you grab a cat pearl or cat sphere, which basically lets you transform back into human or cat, vice versa. So now they actually have a second way of movement now, or as a second form of movement now, which they'll be using mostly throughout the run now from this point on, which is definitely faster than human. You can definitely keep up a good speed with human, but cat form, especially in the next boss fight, will get really fast. In the case of cat form right now, it's faster, but it'll get a lot faster soon. As of right now, though, what they're doing right now is they're backtracking to Grove, or the first area of the game. I never specified what that place was. And they are grabbing a item that lets them use the save points as fast travel points right now. It's not too much of a crazy trek back. There was a little bit of a boss fight Matos just went through there, but in the case of the run, you just completely swamp that boss. So they're only there for like 15 seconds or so. Besides that, though, pretty simple trek back. Really, you're just using what you have right now for cat movement just to get back. No, not too many enemies interrupting you. A perk of cat just in general is you have a small hitbox and you are able to just jump over enemies. The jump height of cat in particular is really high. So, evading enemies, if any, are in your way is really, really easy. Yeah. Not really that much like setbacks happening here, really. They've both been pretty steady on their pace, really, honestly, throughout this run so far. And now that they've gotten the fast travel ability now, Matos is heading into the Cinder Chambers, which is where the next boss is, and where we'll get a buff. We'll see a buff to the cat movement. Again, on top of just cat movement, this area is also pretty brief. There's very little enemies to actually be much of a threat to you, save for like one enemy, which you'll see right now on Matos's screen. And just this mimic creature, and they passed it. That's basically the only threat of this area besides the boss right here. It's coming up in just a second. Huge contact damage. That's it. Oh, okay. Momo got hit by it. But in the case of Momo's situation, ooh. Okay. Well, Matos just took a hit from a boss. And I should say right now, because I didn't say it before, somewhat crucial to the run, at least what you'll see on the leaderboards, is getting items after you defeat a boss and using them to fight other bosses. But the thing is, though, is you actually need to beat these bosses without getting hit before you can get the items from them. So in the case of Matos, they just took a quick hit there, so they kind of had to reset, especially with this one being one of the more crucial ones. However, though, one thing I will say, because of them taking that hit, Momo actually got a pretty good amount to catch up on right there. Matos still did it faster, but they're definitely pretty close now. And in the case of this run, that's pretty favorable because, up against runners like these, you definitely want to more so see like a much more crucial time loss happen. But now that they're so close to each other, simple movement mistakes, or maybe, well, exactly that, can, set them apart. Or set them apart in the other runner's favor. And in the case of MomoAri right now, they actually have a slight lead now because of, like I said, a slight movement mistake. As of right now, they're speaking to Cotillard. She is somebody in this monastery. I don't know if they ever specified what she does there. But she has a key that you need to open a door here that you'll up here in the monastery to fight the next boss. So that's just a little trick. Nothing much, no enemies really to get in the way. Clean movement. Seriously, between the two. They're almost synced, honestly, right now. We'll see if the final fight changes anything. Okay. Now this is pretty good for Momo right now. Matos screwed up the fennel stuff, but they still recovered. So this is really good, honestly. Like, that was pretty clean. Like, probably would have been best to just reset, but like, that was just cool. Like, I would definitely just run with that. But as of right now, no. Or right now, though, Momo has a slight lead over Matos. Very close. I kind of sound like a broken record right now. And I said this the last time I did commentary. But something's just being done differently this tournament. There's a lot of close runs, seriously. I would sound a little bit more interesting if it was any other tournament before, though. Just because I wouldn't be repeating myself as much, but... yeah, it's crazy this time. Besides that, though, Royal Pinacoteca, definitely, I would say a huge contrast to the areas I was talking about before. Lots of enemies, lots of verticality, a decent amount of human and cat form changing in between. Very tightly knit in terms of movement, especially once you practice it. And on top of that, the item that these two runners got from beating Fennel will use 25% of your HP. So they'll be using that in this boss that's coming up. Momo's right next to it. But on top of all that stuff I just said about this level, you also need to make sure that you have more than 25% HP so you can actually use that item. And in this area in particular, enemies have much more damage output. So, pretty impressive movement between the two. Matos did take a hit, but they had just enough. And speaking of clean, MomoAri just completely destroyed Lupiar. Like, no joke. Completely clean. That was totally solid. And I think it's good. Yeah, it's even the same case for Matos. Kind of. A little bit. They just poison themselves a little bit. Oh, God. They're kind of close. Okay, nice. In the case of Matos, they poisoned themselves before they talked to the boss there. And that was bad, because they were going to die in, like, the next couple of ticks. But you actually don't take any damage when you're talking to the enemy, or talking to anything in general. And in their case, they just slowly progressed through the menu long enough that once it was done, the poison actually went out. So that was like some pretty good adaptation to the little hiccup there. So I like that. But that does give MomoAri a bit of more ground, though. Seriously. Though the odds are still good for a comeback. We're getting pretty close to the run now. We got probably another like 2.5 minutes, maybe. But this next area up ahead can be a little bit dangerous if you flub the movement. There's going to be some spikes. There's going to be some skeletons from Royal Pinacoteca, like you saw. So that means big damage. And on top of that, there's also a damage boost that you have to do. And then right before that damage boost, there's a boss. I'm kind of listing these things out of order, but yeah, this area can be busy enough that we might see something happen still. Even if we don't, though, this is still a really solid run between the two. Yeah, pretty clean movement from the two of them. Not much to say. MomoAri reaching the boss fight here that I mentioned earlier. This one's not too long and not too difficult, so long as you don't get mixed up. Basically, it's a boss that just sends out its decoys. You gotta find out which one it is. There's a way to tell. It's a very slight difference, but once you know it, you know it. So it's not too much of a threat, really, towards the run. And MomoAri, I think they also completed that damage boost I said as well. So that was very good too. Clean, clean, clean. Seriously. Oh my gosh. Like I can't curse these two. I've been trying so hard. I don't know if you could tell. But with all that aside now, we have reached the final boss of the game. In case of MomoAri, again through the first phase pretty quickly. And the second phase too. Okay. This is looking pretty slim now. Third phase doesn't take much, really. I think MomoAri has pretty much locked it in at this point. Yeah. Still really good execution, though, for Matos. Seriously. They're not that far off after those two, because they're also getting through this pretty quickly. Yeah, good stuff around one, seriously. Wait. Oh, okay, I almost just swore, sorry. That is actually a new PB for both of them. That's crazy. Holy smokes. Okay. Man. Wow. And they were just, I think in the Twitch chat, they were just talking about the pressure getting them that PB too for this race. Wow. Okay. I mean, I don't know. Why am I surprised? There's like a PB every race. That's what I'm telling you. It's been crazy this time around. Seriously. Let me give this to let me set up the next round though. GG's for round one though. All right, next race will be starting in just a moment. All right. I'll be right in just a moment. Yeah. Really, really good stuff. Holy smokes. I have a huge amount of stuff to verify. Holy smokes. Got 5 runs to verify. That's crazy though. Like when you think about it, like you could submit this, like this VOD, like both screens simultaneously. Like they both can just post this VOD. Post this VOD for submission. It'd be nuts. Okay. Well, run starting in just a second now. With that being said and done. Well, now that I've said all that, I'm not sure what else to say about explaining the game. We already talked about the story. I've already gave my in-depth recap of it. I guess to go over the movement a little bit more in the run, starting off just as human. Rolling, roll jumps, and roll jump cancels, or just roll cancels. Self-explanatory for the last two. I don't know if these two have been doing it. Okay, MatosMachine just did it. When they're rolling or roll jumping and they melee, they're canceling it out just to kind of make the movement a little tighter, since there is just a little bit of you can kind of overshoot your roll jumps, which are your jumps, or which is rolling and jumping at the same time. Just why you see them kind of jump weird sometimes. It just kind of looks like they're throwing themselves into the air. Yeah, that's a roll jump. And the little melees they do is basically just like sharpening the, they're like killing the speed a little bit, kind of, you know. They're just sharpening their movement, keeping it tight. Grove, I think, needs a little bit more explaining. This area, kind of like Pinacoteca, has a lot of enemies. There is a little bit of, I mean, there's no reason to have a certain amount of HP before the end. You can definitely take a lot of hits, either from your own mistakes or from the imps, just specifically. Because these like little things you see here with the ponytails, they have pretty much mostly RNG as the website. So they're very unpredictable, and sometimes you do just kind of have to take a hit from them in some cases, and usually that can end up in you maybe dying on your way to the boss of this area. So it is a bit of a dangerous spot, kind of like Pinacoteca, but not immediately as dangerous. And especially not for these two, because they just cleared it like it was nothing. And not too far behind either, Matos. Seriously. And MatosMachine. Just... Oh, okay. Nice, okay. I was about to say, Day was being a little tricky. And oh, okay, so it's kind of like the opposite this time around. Momo hits it, Matos doesn't. So we're going to see that same difference like from last race. Still good a day kill, though. Really, if you don't hit the insta kill there, that little insta kill glitch, it's better off just attacking her until she's dead. Oh, I forgot to mention too, as you're going through that first area, you'll also be collecting money. Like money, like spelled like Kingdom Hearts, like MUNNY. And you need 80 to buy items from that little skeleton? Oh, shoot. Oh, Matos just got taken out by the dog. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't know like what that character is actually, but they sell stuff and they have what you need, which is the crystals. Oh, shoot. Let's go. Okay, what's going on? There's too much. As soon as I start talking about stuff, it just gets so hectic. They're both having to reset. Shoot. Yeah. You get the money, you buy the thing. That's part of the run, basically, is what I'm saying. Man, okay, well now MomoAri is a little bit behind. Just a little bit, though. Yeah, like Seb said, Mocha, the equalizer of worlds. Because that's exactly what they just did here. Nice. So skin it and getting through the level pretty quickly. Oh, as soon as oh my gosh. As soon as I take my eyes away, something happens. With the Momo taking a hit right at the very end of that fight. That is definitely unfortunate. That's a serious bummer right there. We'll have a ways to go, I think. However, like I said before, subterranean grave, sparse checkpoints, long cutscene at the beginning. If Matos wants to play it a little bit riskier, things might equal out again. Momo taken, yeah, that sucks. Mocha is being especially troublesome here. There's a lot of stalling happening here. Momo can break these projectiles so that they can just start attacking Mocha again, but they're... What the heck? No way, 4 in a row? This is, like, what the heck? The odds can't be any worse. You can definitely get in there and break the projectiles. You don't need to worry. You don't need to let them pass. But there is a little bit of risk in that. You do got to get close. Sometimes you might screw up the attack, and you might leave one there, and you might just walk into it. But usually, playing it safe like that wouldn't have been such a bad idea. That was... Yeah, like Seb says, I've never seen that 4 times in a row. They've not seen it 4 times in a row. I don't think anybody has. That was especially bad. Now that I think about it, I think I might have seen one person. Like, I think one person got that, and they freaked out. Something happened. Like, I'm getting flashbacks now. But, yeah, that was bad. That was really bad. That's just unfortunate. With that said, though, I'm not sure if Matos had to reset or anything. as they were going through Subterranean Grave, though. I thought they would have been a little bit farther into the area now that Momo's showed up. But I'm not sure. Maybe they were playing it safe. I wasn't checking their screen. Considering just the absolute just abomination that was just happening to Momo. That was so screwed up. Oh, I should switch audios too. Like, holy crap, there's so much to keep up. Clean execution. Pretty clean Friday. Going in with the melee, going in deep. I think there was a teleporter or two, but doing what you can do, really. In a case of a race, Momo 4 can be a bit of a volatile game, and you can, like, maybe feel a little cheated by the game. Or Momo's case, you can definitely feel cheated. But, you know, that's just something you have to play around in a race setting. Normally, this kind of stuff would be reset worthy, but, you know, you can't do that without taking a huge risk, especially if you don't know where your opponent might be. So you just kind of have to run it. I hate that. It sucks so much. Momo's just nice. Okay. That always sucks. If you screw up that jump, falling is just like the worst thing ever. It's going pretty rough right now. Nice. Holy smokes. that was pretty clean. Huge lead, though. Oh, okay. Yes. I've cursed Matos. Great. We even this out a little bit. Matos just got to dive, so that sets him back a little bit. Nothing like too crazy, but definitely an opportunity, or definitely some leeway. And speak of the devil, we have way more leeway now. Not only a dive, but a death as well. That's pretty good ground that Momo just got. A double dive, too. Wow. Okay. Well, this one's a bit more dramatic, I'd say. It's this race right now. We're definitely getting a lot of, you know, advantages and disadvantages being thrown out right now. Just from the start, too. Or from the earlier point of the run as well. Momo still has some catching up to do. A little bit. But it's not as bad as before. Besides the bosses, the movement's been pretty good. Wait. Oh, okay. Okay, I got that confused. I thought Momo was taking the wrong path. I forgot they still need to kill LaBelle. Let's see if, hopefully LaBelle doesn't do anything tricky here. Ooh. Okay, they should be fine. The poison shouldn't kill them, but I do think they kind of need to wait for LaBelle to come back. Nice. Yeah, just one hit. Yeah, that sucks. Still faster though. That's still some ground that they got. Yeah, the Lubella 2 fight is a little bit trickier, especially in a race setting. In the case of Lubella 1, if you get hit, you need to reset, and that loses some time. But in the case of Lubella 2, you don't need to get hit. So you can take as much damage as you want. But, you know, she still has the same attacks that she can use to stall out the fight. And on top of that, the arena is smaller. So you're taking poison damage from your own attacks, which I should say right now, you've got poison arrows from Medea, which they've been using here. So not only are you like possibly risking poisoning yourself, you also gotta watch out for her rapid fire attacks. She shoots out more projectiles now compared to the first one. If you don't got that pattern down, or maybe you misaligned your setup, you can easily die in like 2 hits. And the poison will, if the poison sits long enough, you could probably take 1 hit and die. So even if Lubella doesn't dive, there's still some pretty good time to lose if you're not careful with it. Okay, so it's grabbing the fast travel ability. Pretty cleanly. No issues, no nothing. MomoAri going the same way. So far pretty clean as well. Matos heading down into cinders. Ooh, okay. A little bit of a deflect on Momo's screen there. One little thing you can do, these like, I don't even know I don't know what like half these enemies are called, but these like shadow enemies, they shoot these like fireballs at you, and if you swap, I don't know if that's a word. I don't know if like I just said something screwed up. That's like on Urban Dictionary or something. You just slap it with your leaf. You can deflect it back at them. It's a little cool feature. Yeah, not too much fuss from Momo. Not too much fuss from Matos either. I think they just about got it. Yeah. Good. Okay. Okay, this is particularly a good spot for Matos. That was a clean arsonist kill. That boss. That's what the boss is called. As well as good positioning on where they are after the fight's over. Basically, you want to be as close to the entrance of this room as possible when the fight's over. Helps a lot. It helps a lot with traversal time and whatnot. Just some extra optimization to have. Definitely keeping a distance for sure in this case against Momo. Momo got that. Momo's doing really good though. That was some clean mimic movement though. I guess to explain arsonist in a little bit more detail. Tricky fight. Easy to get hit on if you don't entirely know how her attacks work. It can be easy to be caught off guard by her, just by the way she responds to certain things and how her attacks might deviate from what you would expect, as well as just her being able to back dodge her. Yeah, I guess backdash. She can backdash from you and all that, and move around and shoot out projectiles or cast an AoE effect and stuff. It's very easy to just lose track of what she might be doing and get an easy or take an easy hit. In the case of Matos, they screwed up the Fennel fight a little bit to try to make a recovery. Got really close. And unfortunately, they got hit. Only by like a pixel or two, I think, really. Like, I think they were standing a pretty safe distance away from that attack on Fennel. Much cleaner execution that time, though. As well as Momo's arsonist execution as well. Yeah, it's really coming down to the bosses in this race. And as soon as I say that, Matos screws up the teleport. That happens, though. And like, that's not like I do that, so like that's, well, happens to the best of us. Yeah. Really, it's been the boss fights that have been deciding this, I think, so far. There was a little bit of rough movement in Subterranean and Grave, I saw, at least for Momo, but really, in the case of these races, these boss fights have had a lot of crazy curveballs thrown out. That's just been really separating them. Other than that, though, the movement's clean. And when the movement's not, it's not that far off, really. Matos taking a little bit of a precaution there. You definitely, in that room, you definitely don't want to be too hasty with it. If you're gonna try and get there quick, you have to make sure you have the lineups ready and you're comfortably seated, mentally ready. You gotta, if you're gonna cross that gap, you gotta cross it. You gotta be ready for it. It's a risky room to go through, especially when so much traversal is required before it. Moving on to the Loopier fight, though. Oh, shoot. Okay, nice. A little bit too far from Loopier with the attack they just did there. But they managed to recover there. Magnolia just barely getting out of there. Giving them a little bit of time lost, but not much more. Clean execution and clean recoveries too. In that case, Matos, I'm not gonna say anything. Oh, Momo, unfortunately, I think they entered the fight still in cat form. In the case of this fight, you want to be in human form, because in human form you can cast items. And in the case of this fight, you need to pretty much like prematurely fire off these items to get some early damage in. That happens, though. When you try to cut it close to the trigger for that cutscene there, you can definitely risk just entering as cat form, which will lose you a little bit. Good execution, though. Oh, shoot. Okay. Well, Matos just did a little optimization there. They're in it to win it. They're going for the kill. This is like insane. They want to set that distance, and they want to set it far. I have already forgotten what their new PB's time is, though. I would say, yeah, I don't think they can PB in time. They could be really close, though, which is still something worth saying. They can still be pretty close to a PB right after just PBing. Think about that, and not even like an RTA sense. Like they were actually like right next to each other, back to back. That's pretty good. These two are definitely ready to play. Oh, okay. Matos just almost just slipped off that little platform there. It was a good recovery, though. That area can be a little tricky. If you get too confident, you can definitely surprise yourself. Because it isn't too hard of an area to get through or to practice. But, you know, if you do line it up wrong, or maybe you just overshoot something just a little bit. Because it is like one tile platforms, you know? So you can definitely screw yourself a little bit if you're not careful. Oh, shoot. Okay. Matos is pulling out the new stuff, too. They were doing that before, but I just noticed that they just did some new stuff on Queen there as well. Yeah. No! No! Oh. And Matos takes round 2. That sucks. That was exactly what Matos just dodged right there. They overshot that platform just a little bit. It's a bummer. Really good stuff for Matos, though. And who's to say Momo can still make this look clean, you know? Nothing wrong with screwing up, okay? In a race setting, you gotta just play at the moment, you know? Whether you mess up or not, that's just how it goes. You gotta take your shot. Take it, you know? If you mess up, that's fine. Oh, that was only the second game 3 of the tourney. This was just Seb just said in Twitch chat. Has it really? Oh, that's crazy, actually. Okay, first one was with TNT and Linzel. That was really good. I thought there was more. I'm surprised, actually. Like, at least one more. I had not much matches, I think, have happened, so. Okay. Well. GG's. Good stuff from both sides for this round. Let me get the next one going. Crazy stuff. Crazy. Next race will be ready in just about a moment. All right, race will be starting about a minute or two. All right, race starting shortly. And this will be it. This will be the deciding round. It's been a pretty tough battle here, honestly. Both have had some pretty sharp movement, and really, they've only, for the most part, they've only been offset by these boss fights. Seriously. And you can tell that because they both PV'd. Like, they're ready to play. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. They're ready to play. So it's good to see that we. It's good to see a game 3 in this case. You know. Usually it always is, but like in particular, it's good to see game 3 in this case, just because we get to see more of them. And we're off. Another thing to say about Grove, I'm not sure if I really said much about it, but this area lends itself, as well as just having lots of enemies, or Besides having lots of enemies, this area also lends itself well to exercising the human form movement pretty well. There's a lot of spots to cancel roll jumps or just rolls off of. There's some good lineups to bypass certain enemies without, like, you know, creating much delay between rolls. Because you're pretty much in human form, you're pretty much just keeping a steady roll of rolls, just roll after roll after roll. So in that case, you want to maximize your speed by not putting any delay between those rolls, or stopping to walk over to a certain point so that you don't roll into an enemy. This place has lots of spots where you can align yourself and get the timing right to minimize that, and just overall sharpen your navigation through this place. And as well as just knowing how to respond to the enemies as well. Some rooms have enemies where they can act a bit too erratic and you won't have much of a choice, but for the most part, the beauty of this room is that you exercise so much of the game's movement and can respond to a lot of the game's hecticness as well. So as troublesome and dangerous as this room can be, and definitely something to dread as you learn the game, it can become really fun to just get through and satisfying to pull off. There's a hidden beauty in Grub, I believe. That said, though, let me switch audios because actually I'll wait until the fight's over. Speaking of beauty, these two have just cleared this room like it was nothing. All 3 rounds, pretty good Grub execution. Not much trouble from the imps, and certainly not much damage taken. And the odds have flipped again. Matos takes the insta-kill and Momo doesn't. Not far off, though. This is probably the closest they've been after this fight. I don't need to switch the audio either. Good, I'm lazy. Yeah. There's other areas, too. I think Subterranean Grave also shows off some human form movement as well. And some areas of different categories can, too. The Grove definitely, I would say, is a prime spot for it. Oh my wow. Luckily the dog didn't hit Momo there. In the case of Momo 4, oh, shoot. Oh, I think Matos is going to run with it. Okay. Matos might be running without an item here. But in the case of this game, I think some enemies are outliers. But for the most part, you can actually run into enemies without taking contact damage in this game until you, jump into them or, come at them from a... if you're just coming at them from a flat horizontal axis, then you actually don't take any contact damage, and that's basically to help with the melee combat, so that you just don't bonk yourself. Because, there's commitment with your attacks in this game. But in the case of just general movement, the safeguards that are put in place also help with just not bonking into enemies if you're just walking, So in the case of Momo, they got saved a little bit there just because the dog wasn't moving and they weren't doing anything too crazy either. Not much change from the lead here on Matos either, even with that. Oh right, I forgot they're running without the item. Okay, well, not much of a change in pace right now for Matos, but That does have an effect later on, and will have even more of an effect depending on how Matos handles. Oh shoot. Yeah, Sebke's right. It'll be up to how Matos handles these next bosses without that item, because that's an especially crucial one. But also a sequence break that happens later. Yeah. Later on, there's a sequence break that they use that item for, and without that, they still can do it, but the item they use has RNG involved with it, so they may, especially because this sequence break is right at the end of the game, they can be really close until the very end, and that can be the decider. Definitely. But we'll see how it goes. It can still happen. You can always practice these boss fights without certain items and such. It's always possible. And in the case of a race, if you're willing to test some stuff, then yeah, you can definitely give yourself some serious strengths, some perks by knowing this stuff. Momo missing that jump again. And already here, you can see Matos is already having to deal with this boss without the item, the Bachman patch, as it's called. So they start off with a lot of health to go through, whereas the Bachman patch takes out a good bit for them. But they're still going in deep and pulling it out. No problems at all. Specifically, Friday wasn't doing anything to stall the match or stall the fight very much. So, that works for them. Yeah, it sucks. MomoAri got poisoned, so they had to reset there. That sucks, especially when you don't take the save next to the boss room as well. But it makes complete sense to not go for that save because it takes 5-6 seconds or more. It takes more than that, definitely. It takes probably 10 seconds to get that save. So you kind of do need to risk it, especially when you're competing against someone so close to you in time. That's unfortunate, though. Just on their way to Lubell, too. Pretty clean. Keeping it steady. I'm getting a teleport. Nice. Clean Lubella too from a toast there. And not any stalling attacks either. Clean kill from Momo on the Friday there. Clean for both of them. Matos's case, getting a laugh in the Lubella fight is pretty good. Just because, that effectively is one of her attacks, or is one of the things in her attack pool. So if you get that, then it's just free game to attack her. You still have to worry about any attack that comes out afterwards. You might have your lineup screwed from that, but for the most part, it's much easier to judge it just because you have no attacks to worry about prior. You can easily anticipate it. So that works. Hmm. I'm taking a little bit of a hit there from the fan or blades. I don't even know what those things are. Nothing too much though. I guess one thing I should say, just about the sort of backtrack portion of the run here that you've seen when they're getting this fast travel item. Uh, very clean build there for Momo. Uh, it might seem redundant to go into the monastery first before just going straight back to Grove, but the thing is with the fast travel points in this game, to unlock them, you just have to set foot in the room that contains that specific bell that it takes you to, and you just need to enter the room. Like it's like as long as the room loads effectively, you can immediately head out, and that's it. You could completely ignore that room for the rest of the game, and the game will just be like, okay, you're ready to teleport there if you need to. So that's why they just kind of look like they take the wrong direction and then realize what they did. You know, trust us, we know what we're doing. Pretty clean movement up to the elevator from Momo on a hit taken. Again, you know, it's the bosses that are separating these runners' paces. Seriously. And I should also say right now that Matos is still running without a Bachman patch. So they're in a pretty good spot considering the disadvantage they have right now. Momo's not letting up though. So, they can't they're in a good spot, but they can't dilly dally. Don't get complacent like that. Especially here. In the case of having no Bachman patch for Arsonist, that means just more time with her, which means more time for her to possibly mix you up. So you got to be aware of that, especially that attack right there with how close they are up against the wall. You want to be careful about it. Otherwise, though, or other than that, though, that was pretty good, clean and good recovery and good positioning too on everything. That was solid. Momo's got that room down, honestly. They go through that room really quick. Good precaution there from Matos there. Specifically with that room, if you are to like roll into that little like spike trap there, you definitely want to make sure that you back up from the spikes. Oh, yeah, they're gonna have to reset on that. Okay, that's a little bit of ground for Momo. But in that room, you also gotta be careful there. Even if you have the setup right, but if you screw up the movement, you still gotta be careful because you still die from touching spikes from the side, you know? And it's easy to just mess up your movement, roll up against the wall that the spikes sit on, and then just try to jump over it, and then you just immediately bonk yourself on the spikes like that. Good execution on the funnel the second time, though. Good recoveries. Good recoveries. Good movement. Lots of good stuff, seriously. When these two show, like, screw-ups in their execution and stuff, they easily recover. Just good stuff, seriously. This is definitely the kind of, you know, performance you want to see in a race, you know? They got that adaptability. Yeah, I'm wondering if they might do that too. They could definitely go for it. It would just be a longer... It would definitely be a longer queen fight. But... You know, I think usually, like, if you just have heavy arrows missing and you're trying to do queen phase 3... like, by the time you kill her with that setup, without heavy arrows, the cycle already resets. So you basically just, you know, reset your attack patterns, you know? So it's very likely they could also run without heavy arrows if they choose to. As long as they've practiced it, they can definitely keep it clean, you know? Oh, shoot. Right, okay. Well, I guess without the Bachman patch, Matos is running like a hybrid of the low percent strategy there. That was pretty good. Crafty, too. That's what I'm saying, adaptability. Clean, clean, clean. Yeah. Just clean stuff, seriously. Matos is keeping a serious lead here. And it's getting pretty close to the end here, so... Okay, there we go. They got the sequence break first try. That was good. They're definitely gonna need that. Actually, now that I think about it, yeah, Matos is in a really good spot right now. Because the Bachman patch is only going to be used for Queen Phase 3 at this point. So, you know, by that time, they're already in a home stretch. Yeah. Momo taking a hit on Loopier. It's not what they need right now. Cheeky, very cheeky Loopier though. When you get those rapid rolls and she just rolls into you, it sucks. That just sucks. It's not much you can do about it either. It's literally one of her attacks. Like, that's not evasion. That's actually an attack. She literally games the system like she's sentient. Taking another hit, too. Yeah, this is not a good situation now. So anything could happen, though. As much as, like, it's possible for Queen Phase 3 to not be much of an issue, we don't know if they practiced it. You know? And Queen, if you get hit by those attacks, they hurt, right? She can easily two-shot you, so there's still a chance. Ooh, I really hope Momo talked right before they got poisoned. Yeah, that, man, that's not good. This is really not good. These fights have been clean though. They've been doing good on the fights. It's just the littlest things, just get them. But that's it. They've been getting through it clean. It's hard to take care of this stuff in a race setting though. Loopier is very tricky for a race setting, especially with the minor things that can not initially screw you over when you're learning the fight until later, right? When you're comfortable with the strat and you've practiced it, and you think you have everything figured out, stuff like getting poisoned after the fight from Magnolia's just body, I guess, that just can happen, and it can sneak up on you because it's a slight thing, and chances are the dust cloud might not even hit you or like spawn in a spot where it can't hit you. And the toast right now is at the last phase here. Oh my, what the? Well, shoot. I think that's a new PB too. What the fudge? It's like not even a. Before the attacks even came out, she was dead. Holy smokes. What did they do to the triple arrows in this version? What the heck? Wow, okay. Well, Matos takes it. And Momo not far behind. Let's get that down. All right, they fought until the end, and they were close. And I'll say it again, the bosses separate this stuff. That was it. Movement was so clean from both of them. Seriously, GG's. That's true, too. That's a PB without the Bachman patch. That's crazy. Let me see about getting them in here for an interview. Oh, did I miss something? Sorry, I wasn't checking the stream for a moment. Seriously good stuff, though. Oh wait, let me do the scores. Hold on. All right. I'm bringing in Matos here. Let me lower my audio here. Hey, congrats. Congrats on taking this match and also these 2 PBs.
Yeah, I was not expecting quite that performance on.
I was not expecting. Okay, I was actually expecting a PB.
Yeah, I mean,
because I know you practice this stuff.
Yeah,
right?
I know. I'm actually surprised I've been at 25 minutes as my PB for so long. Like I got that like immediately, and then like I knew I could do it, but I just have never been able to like, I don't know, do everything correctly in one run. So
yeah, you can have those moments, you know. You just gotta ease in what you've learned, right? So it just takes time sometimes. Yeah, I knew you had potential to get a PB, but not only for you to get a PB, but also Momo to get a PB, and then for you to get a PB again without the Bachman patch. That's like perfect. It's
yeah,
like
I was
way
like,
beyond what I expected.
I wasn't expecting to. Obviously, I wasn't expecting to be PB with the without the Bachman patch, but I was like, you know, I'm going into this. My Fennel was terrible again. Today was not the day for Fennel, I think.
Yeah.
And then I gained time on stuff, so I was like, yeah, right at the end.
Yeah, in your situation, you did what you needed to, which is just to keep a really good hold on all those bosses. If you did screw up, you didn't screw up much. You made serious do with what you had. Even the Fennel, like you say, you messed up, but really, it's not that far apart.
Well,
yeah, I mean, just a quick reset, and then you took her out.
Yeah,
happened
I mean,
on game 2 as well.
Reset there. But no, what I was really annoyed with Fennel is I've been practicing that strat, and that is the one with the curse is the one move I didn't want her to do, and she did it like every time except for the last match. Because I'm just not prepared without using. I mean, obviously I wasn't using Bachman patch on the first ones either, because I just don't. I'm not very good at using it on that fight. But like when she does the curse, it's like it really screws up because I can't.
Dude, yes.
I really want to try and get that because with that strat you can get her to not do the animation. I didn't get it, I don't think, in this time, but it's possible.
Yeah, the curse.
Oh, that run was actually just doo-doo garbage.
Yeah. Practicing Fennel fights like that.
Messed up Queen.
Like the worst thing ever.
Messed up Lupierre way too many times. Messed up Frida once.
Yeah, it's especially bad with like what I was going with because it like nullifies incensory, and so that like that changes the stagger.
All good, all good. I'll run it through losers. I'll run it through losers.
Staggering, it's like kind of hard to switch that they don't.
Let me see if I can find the
yeah, it's like the bracket. That's why I just reset. I think on one of them.
Yeah.
Took a hit and I was like,
GG's to Matos.
I'm doing this with the tainted.
I am very sad at this specific run. My warp was okay. Warp to Sealed Wind was amazing, and then I got to Lupierre, messed up. Honestly, this Lubella one. I think this is the one where I pulled a stupid. I think it was actually the last one where I pulled a Lubella one stupid.
Sure, this is
where
first match, so.
Mocha, I walked into my own poisoned myself. But
also,
getting hit on Frida really cost me.
Scared me so much when I got
that. No, yeah, it was Frida. I walked into the poison. That's what it was. Yeah, doing that really cost me. I actually.
I don't know.
Probably wouldn't have been 3 minutes behind, especially with Arsonist from Warp to Sealed Wind.
I think somebody said it before.
A good chunk was taken off, and I probably would have been on time to get
maybe. I've never seen it in a game.
Maybe a 24:30 if that was the case.
It must be really small.
Yeah, I was surprised when I saw that.
But yeah,
too.
no,
I was trying to
for
explain
sure.
stuff and
Good
try and
games
catch up
to
on commentary. Hey,
Speed Gaming, if you want to say something.
Hello.
Hey, make sure your mic's off on the stream.
I'm saying I'm getting told that I should get an invite to Speed Gaming if I want to say something.
Yeah, we were just talking, and you were talking too, and
yeah, I tried to keep the talking like. I did not actually expect to go in through here and stay muted PB, so that's pretty cool. I can do that.
Yeah, usually you just stay muted until
yeah
comes up. But
I think that's what I'm happy with.
It's no issue.
I missed the Edia quick kill, but was still able to PB.
I do that sometimes.
Yeah.
People tried figuring out my
okay.
color.
I have to go join Discord.
Is it key colors? What my key caps were, because I turned my mic on.
All right, yeah, give me 1 second.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hello.
Hey, make sure your mic's off on the stream.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, make sure it's all your desktop audio on the stream as well. for the interview right now. Yeah, we were just talking, and you were talking too. And
yeah, you could also probably switch.
Yeah, I tried to keep the talking like in between the games if that was even possible. But if I need to stay muted for the entire thing, I can do that. Or mute my headset on
usually
on
you just stay muted until
my live
comes
split.
up. But
got you.
It's no issue.
You guys can still
hear me,
though, right?
Especially if you accidentally activate the mic.
Yeah,
I do that sometimes.
Okay. Yeah, you shouldn't be echoing anymore.
People tried figuring out my colors. Was it key colors? Should be fine. What my keycaps were.
Yeah.
Matos got a golden bot on the first round. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
That's pretty rare.
Yeah.
And that caught me off guard when I was trying to explain some stuff. Matos got one. Make sure to mute your.
Wait, where was it?
Well.
It was right after
the interview right now. I can hear myself
like when
on
you
your
get
stream.
the cat thing.
Oh.
And then you come up.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, you could also probably switch the audio.
Block, that's exactly where it was too. Actually, it was before. Once you hit the grove there, like once you leave the once you get Cat Spear, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Just,
that's above the ladder.
Yeah, that's where mine was too. That's crazy. Did it freak you out?
Yeah,
it did freak me out.
When it happened to me, I was thinking, oh, I'm good. I skipped the bell, but nothing can kill me. And then I saw like 6 bombs, and I was like, what? So I was a little scared when I saw it.
Yeah, you were doing menuing, and I just saw the horde of bombs at the edge of the screen there, and I was like, oh.
I thought I was glitched for a second because I didn't know that the golden Bachman threw like 1,000,000 bombs, and like I hadn't seen it, so I was just like so scared that something went wrong.
The run killer is here. Well, that wasn't the only crazy thing to happen though, because literally everything else happened after that. The boss RNG, your guys' execution was nuts enough for you both to get a PB on the first round.
Right?
Like, what happened here? How were you guys feeling? How are you feeling right now, I should say?
I'm pretty emotional.
Speechless. I'm speechless.
I'm pretty happy that with the PB on the first attempt. Like,
yeah,
I did not expect it, especially as soon as I was like, okay, I missed Edia quick kill. All right, no PB here, but we'll just play it out. And then it was just like I got to the tea leaf, and I was like, wait a second, I'm on pace for a PB. Wait.
I didn't even think about it when on the first round. It took me. I actually, you pointing it out in the race channel was actually what made me realize that. And then I saw somebody in chat point out that Matos also got a PB. Maybe Matos also pointed out.
Yeah,
it was happening so fast though. But I was like, wait, a double PB,
right?
Yeah.
I wasn't like looking at the race thing, so when I finished, I was like, "Oh yeah, that was a really good time." And I saw that I wasn't first, and I was like, "Oh no!" I was like, "Oh, surely I won that game." Nope. that put me on edge.
Yeah, as I was going through, I was like, okay, I first tried Lupierre, which is by far my worst split. I was like, I'm feeling really good about this game. And then when I got to the tea leaf, I was just like, I didn't think I didn't think I could PB. But then I saw it, and I was like, yes, this is a run. What the heck?
Yeah.
And I didn't know if I was gonna get it until I got to the Clone Angel. Because once I got to Clone Angel and that split was really fast, and it was like maybe I think point three behind my previous PB. I was like, we have faster queen strats now. This is for sure a PB.
Oh, you've been doing them too.
Yes.
Okay. I've been going back and forth between screens, so I didn't see much if you guys were trying some new stuff. I caught it a couple of times with Toast, but
Yeah, every strat I do is pretty new, including the ones that don't really need ones, just because I like them better.
yeah. But that, like I was saying while you guys were playing, you two came to play. Okay. So you both pulling out some new stuff as well as definitely proving my point here. Throughout the entire race, the execution was really, really good. It seriously came down to whatever the bosses might have done to offset your guys' sync. Seriously, your movement on both of your movements were clean. As well as just how well you guys recovered when the boss fights did get bad. But that Momo, that Mocha fight where he kept
Oh my
using
god.
the projectile sphere, that was messed up, dude.
Oh, I think
You
he did
did
it like
not
3 or 4.
deserve that at all.
I think he did it like 3 or 4 times in a row. I was just like, yeah,
Four
this is
times.
life. This is life today. All right.
Yeah, I
And
don't know what was going on, dude. That was so messed up.
that was the attempt after I failed it because well, I failed the previous one because I was a stupid dum dum and I stepped into my own poison.
Yeah. Yeah, that can happen.
Yeah.
But that was uncalled for. That was so uncalled for. That just was.
I honestly get that move. Like Mocha does that move so much that I just assume it's like the regular move that he does.
He shouldn't. I don't think he's supposed to. But that was just the worst possible thing. Was
Could
there
probably
any?
learn a strat for that, honestly.
Yeah, yeah. You can. The
And
jumping attack is
yeah, and it just like
particularly
clears
good to
them.
break in. Yeah. But when you're in a race setting, you don't want to take.
Yeah,
You
don't
know,
risk it.
yeah, it's fine to not take these risks because
Let
you
him do
still
it 4
hold up
times in a
a
row.
strong pace. Yeah, yeah, it's fine to, But Mocha was abusing that. Mocha was taking advantage of you playing it safe there. That was downright ominous. My man was sentient.
Honestly, the ghost in the machine.
Yeah. Was there anything you were getting screwed over by Matos? Anything you felt like particularly like was just annoying?
Well, I think the Frida fights, she kept teleporting, which was really annoying.
Yeah.
But it wasn't too bad. She only teleported like a few times each one. And then my Fennel, I was so annoyed with Fennel. She just did not do what I wanted her to do, but, it still turned out okay.
Yeah. Besides those like occasions, it's really not much more to say that really like separated you guys.
Yeah, I had like I think maybe I had a really bad like my Lupierre was going really good, and then I got poisoned as I killed her.
Yes. Oh, when I was watching that was just way
And I
too
didn't
cheeky.
Yeah, and I didn't know if it had like if it would actually take it or not. So I actually sat through the entire like I went through the text boxes just to not get the item. I was like, I guess I just gotta reset.
Yeah, at that point you might as well, right?
Yeah.
You're close enough. Yeah, that was very unfortunate. But that was like really it, honestly. Like you two were. I'm kind of repeating myself, but you two were seriously playing it well. Keep it
Matos is
steady.
catching up to me very fast.
Well, I still like I wasn't like I even in that first one and the last one. There's still a lot of time I can make. I just have to actually like get them all in one run, do everything
Right.
good.
And that's where it
the
gets hard though. Yeah.
But I think my sum of best is like 23. I don't actually know, but it's like 23 something. So
I don't know. My sum of best is. But that's something that I kind of liked about this, like the idea of the tournament is that you have these players who are wanting to improve, and you have these players who are already, I wouldn't even say like where they want to be, but having the competition is going to drive them to do better. Instead of like what some competitions do when it puts a wedge in between the community. This one's helping each other like drive the point home of being better than like getting better.
Yeah. People have been particularly practicing during this tournament, though. I'll say right now, it was rare to see a PB. I think there's only been a handful of PBs in the last two tournaments. So in this tournament's case, it's been a serious outlier. And then just so much progress has been made on people's times from it. And I mean, this is a first. The double PB, that's just completely new. Is there anything else, though?
I guess just thanks for having me. It was really fun. I was looking forward to this race because I knew we were so close in time. And yeah, it was really good. I'm so glad it went to game 3. Like, it was just so fun all around.
Yes. Yeah. I'm glad it was game 3 too. It was very entertaining watching you two. You guys have a lot to show. Seriously. You both do very well.
2 PVs in this, Matos. Oh my god.
Yeah, and you probably didn't see, but I actually missed Bachman patch on the third game, and I just played without it, and I still beat the first match by like 4 seconds, so it's still my best right now.
Nice.
I wasn't expecting that, of course. I was just like, I'm just gonna play.
Wait, you missed Bachman completely?
Yeah. Well, I did the same thing where he did the thing, but I messed the jump up and.
Okay. Yeah, I got you.
But I just played through, and I just know how to play through because I have played so much low percent. So
yeah. Oh, okay.
Backup strats and backup.
Yeah, I was gonna say because I don't know like backup strats. I don't know like low percent strats. Because my question for that would be how did you get the switch? Karst Castle.
That's actually you can get it with the fairy. It's just a little annoying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You don't have to like lose out. It's actually a loop yard that's the hardest. And I was really worried about her, but it worked out. I just had to use cat form and melee her a bunch.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I think the only thing I would say is thanks for having me. The tournament's it's slow going, but it's definitely going, and it's been fun so far. Just this race specifically, like Mato said, we were so close in time that I was worried but also excited because we were so close.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew that it was gonna be a good race regardless.
Yeah, really. Like even if you don't win, there's still some fun in it,
Yeah.
Nothing like a good competition. But you will be going down into the losers bracket. However, you still got a chance Matos, you'll be moving on to, I think, me?
Yes,
I'm
I'm
gonna be
looking at it
losing
right now.
I'm gonna be moving to the losing bracket too soon, so don't worry.
No, don't be too confident in that. I haven't played
I'm
this game
pretty
in a
sure.
long time. I mean, I will be warming up until the day, but don't bring yourself down, because like, even if I am warmed up, you still have a time that I need to compete against. You know.
Yeah, I
Everybody
just need
makes
you to
mistakes
mess
during
up.
their runs.
Mhm, exactly. Yes, especially in a tournament when you have the nerves and stuff going through you. Totally. Yeah, the more risks you take, the more anxiety you got going, and the more chances you have to just, lose some time. And in this case, you're pretty close. Even if you're not faster than me, you're still close enough that I do need to keep up. So don't just say you're gonna lose now, okay?
I'm just expecting it to ready myself.
Nothing wrong with being prepared, but hey, listen. I want everybody to know that they're doing really good, actually. Like, that's not just me being a nice guy, necessarily. Yeah. I think that just about does it. Congratulations to Matos. Really good execution from the both of you. Seriously entertaining to watch. And especially just congrats on the PBs in general.
Thank you.
You. All right, I'll be heading out. I'm gonna go and stop my stream. I think I have to play double now.
Oh. Yeah, I think you do, actually.
Yeah. I'm looking at the bracket now.
Okay.
So that'll be fun.
Yeah, good luck.
Thank you. Good luck against Googler.
Yeah, I'll definitely need it. I'll need a lot of it.
Yeah. All right. I'm signing out. Have a good one.
Have a good one. All right. Well, with that out of the way, I've been. I don't even know how you close out what you say. I'm Googler, and I've been commentating this match. Thank you for watching. If you want to, feel free to join the Discord server and to check the schedule for more matches of the sort, or also just in general of anything else you might fancy on speed gaming. Next match, I think, is on December 7th. December 7th, 3 p.m. Eastern time. And that'll be Seb K versus Dream Fox, which will be pretty. Like, if you liked what you saw here with Matos and Momo, you're going to see the same with Seb K and Dream. Seriously. It's going to be good.
So I'm gonna put.
So, yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's talk about this match real quick.
Oh, no.
I got a PB on the first game.
All right.
That's fucking insane because I thought I was gonna be like, I don't know.
Thank you all
I thought
for watching.
my runs were gonna be complete garbage.
Did a good one.
So getting a
And thank you,
PB on the
everybody in
very
chat,
first
for
run
watching.
was
Have a good one.
absolutely insane for me. And then after that, I had the gall to mess up 2 times in the second match,
Remember,
which
if you tear out water, you're not going to have access to